Morning, morning.
Thank you.
How are we today?
Alright, yeah.
Let's have a look at our reflective log, see what we've got.
Oh, I paid my drawing on it earlier.
Yes, so let's see.
That one, isn't it? Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you very much. So let's have a look. So you drove home, chose a difficult route to challenge yourself. Cool. Found beer parking easy. Came naturally to you. Every time was perfect. So you admit it now.
I do.
And if you needed to change position, you did and you ended up straight. Great.
I didn't put that one when I stalled it uphill because I thought, oh, it just makes me sad thinking about it.
Well, let's have a little look at how do you think? Why do you think that happened? Not how. Like, we know how it happened.
Because I was changing gear. And I should have just stayed in what I were in.
Okay. But if we look back, if we analyse it properly, and we look back to what you said in your reflective log for the week before, you'd put in that you wanted to work on that. If we'd done the beer parking and the working on that the other way around, do you think that might have had an impact?
Probably.
So whose fault's that?
Mine.
No, that's mine, isn't it?
It's mine because I should have said.
But it's I reflect as well at the end of every lesson, and when I thought about that afterwards, I thought, you flagged that up. If we'd worked on that first, that episode wouldn't have happened. So in reality, I should have probably, I know you're planning your own way through, but really I should have advised you there, you might find it easier to do this first, and then we could have done that, and then that episode wouldn't have happened. So it's not your fault. But we'll take joint responsibility. So
yeah.
You had written, and I'd read it, but if I'd really thought about it, my experience in this game should have said to you, well, look, let's do that first. So that probably would have meant a different outcome. Having said that, we still learned from it.
Oh, yeah.
And everything's still going well, which is great. I just wanted to flag that up, see what you thought. So you'll naturally blame yourself, but we're in this together. So I've spent a lot of time thinking about that this week. And I thought, well, if I had just advised you differently there, that might have been a different outcome. So I've learned something too.
Exactly.
So you've enjoyed the freedom, which is great. So again, what would you like to do better? Uphill gear changes, changing gear when coming to a junction. More practice to pass theory. Excellent. Yay. So today we'd said that we'd probably look at turning the road and reversing behind another car. Still okay to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we'll do is, obviously the stuff that you've put down about gear changes, we're going to be doing that all the time while we're doing it because we've got to drive about to find places. Where we are now is probably a reasonable area. If we went left at the end of the road and then took that first right, that's probably a decent road to do it. Just depends. What are we looking for, do you think, as a place to practice?
Just not busy. Just not a busy place.
But you can nearly always guarantee that as soon as you start doing it, people will come along.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to do a little bit of work on the gear changing stuff first, or do you want to just do that as part of it, or do you want to do that at the end?
We do that as part of it anyway, don't we? It's just if we were to go.
So we've got turning the road and reverse parking behind another car. Which way around do you want to do those? Does it not really matter? Okay, let's just see what we find.
Oh, it's bright, isn't it?
It is. And of course, because it's low in the sky, it's...
and it's cold though as well, it won't mind.
Oh, it was this morning, wasn't it? The only sunglasses I could find this morning were these ones, but not like wearing them because it made me look like something from a 70s cop show. So I'll not bother.
Looks good.
No, we'll not bother with that.
You was in gear then.
So when we're here, we'll go to the end of the road and turn left, please. That's not what the mirror's for.
Be now. Do we just indicate just in case anybody's coming? It's weird being in sun 'cause it's never been this bright, I don't think.
It is very bright today, and it is low. And of course, you've got the air's crisp and fresh, so it does seem to make it get a little bit more blinding. Left at the end of the road, please. So what would you do in those sort of circumstances, do you think? first road to the right.
What circumstances? Sun?
Yeah.
Keep that out, remember?
What does it do to your visibility, do you think?
It does affect it.
It does, doesn't it?
She's squinting.
And if we find a convenient place to pull up on the left, maybe just past these parked cars. But before then, yeah, they're practicing what we're going to practice, aren't they?
What, turning the road? Are we doing the turn the road first?
They're either doing that or they're reversing behind that car. I think they may be reversing behind that car.
Can I reverse a little bit?
No, that's fine.
Oh.
It's left him plenty of room. And relax. So, turning the road, any idea what we use it for?
Well, we have to turn around.
Yeah, it's fairly simple, isn't it? So you end up in a cul-de-sac, or you suddenly decide that, oh, I need to go the other way and there's no other way of turning the thing round. The easiest way of turning around, of course, is to find a roundabout or something like that just to spin around it, but you can't always find these things. So we call it a turn in the road exercise. I used to call it years ago the 3-point turn.
Yeah.
But there's no expectation that you'll do it in 3. If you look at the road here, it's quite narrow, isn't it?
It is.
So, that's handy. So the chances of doing it in 3 are reduced. So you might need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Because didn't you have to do it in 3, or would you?
Well, it was always they said that you should do it in 3, but you can't always do that. Well, that's kind of spoiled that for us, hasn't it?
Just a little bit.
But it looks like you're just going to drop a delivery off and he'll then probably disappear.
What's he doing? What's he saying? I don't know what he's saying.
I'm not sure what he's doing. I'm not sure he knows what he's doing.
No, he's just said something to me.
So what do you think was going on there?
I think he'd realised that we're doing something, and he just wanted to stop.
Odd, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I thought at first he was going to do a delivery here or something, but
Yeah.
you just never know, do you?
No, you don't.
Never know. So, oh, he's coming back.
Tell me packing
That's an interesting way of turning round. What do you make of that?
Well, he shouldn't turn around there.
He's broken an awful lot of rules there as he's done that. So turning the road or a reverse around a corner would have been better. He's done that in the mouth of a junction, which is creating hazards for everybody around, really. Fascinating. But there you go. So, if we're going to turn the vehicle to face the other direction, what are we looking out for here? What's the dangers, or what are the risks?
Well, if cars coming either way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what else?
Pedestrians.
Yeah. And it's particularly on a like today. Well, the schools are still off, aren't they?
No. Are they?
Have they gone back?
I think they've gone back
Oh, they went
today.
back today. But that might be a consideration if the schools are off.
Oh no, little schools aren't. I think they got 2 weeks.
I thought they had, but I'm not 100% sure. So kids, you just don't know what they're going to do, do you?
No.
So we pay particular attention to
We're
them.
going slow enough.
Yeah.
Though.
So where are we looking while we're doing it?
Everywhere.
Yeah. And if I was to say to you, how do you think you would do it?
So I want to be back that way.
You do.
I'd go a little bit forward, reverse, and then go that way. Or would you not do that way?
That would do it quicker, wouldn't it? But
Yeah.
we always do the forward leg first.
Right.
Any idea why? Visibility's better.
Right. So I'm going like that, and then turning,
Yeah.
and then going that way.
So if you go forward and reverse, you're not getting as good a view, and you're not.
So I'm going forward,
Yeah,
and reverse,
Yeah.
and then that.
that's it.
Yeah.
So, what might affect you here? Obviously, we want to do it slow, like you said.
People going up there. I think we can see along.
You can. It'd be better when he's gone as well. So, what'll affect your speed, do you think?
Are we on a bit of a hill?
We are a little bit. And as you can see, normally the roads are this shape. Do you know why they make them that shape? So the water runs off.
Oh.
But here, it's a little bit that way, isn't it? So what's that going to do to your speed, do you think?
Well, it won't do out to my speed because I'll just go slow.
Okay, so
Anyway.
you control it.
I control the speed, yeah.
Fair enough. So how much steering do you think you might need?
A lot.
Okay. Do you want to have a talk it through a little bit more? Just want to have a go?
I'll just have a go and see if I
Okay.
can do it. So I'm just going to be using my clutch a lot.
Okay.
Then,
Well, we'll let you judge it then. So we need to keep our observations up for other road users. Do you want to do that? Do you want me to do that? Do you want to do it between us?
We'll do it between us just in case I do miss it. Well, you do anyway, don't you?
I do.
Right,
It's not that I don't trust you.
How far up am I going to go now? I can see, can't I?
You can.
Yeah. Do I have to indicate anything?
I wouldn't indicate this, no.
Could I go a little bit further, do you think?
Have a try.
Just a little bit.
So as you can see, it's going to be difficult to do it in 3 here.
It is. Wait for me, wait for me. Sorry.
That's nice. Then we'll follow the road ahead. And we'll go left at the end of the road. All we'll do is we'll go around the block and come back to you and have a chat about that. How do you feel that went?
I don't know, alright, I think.
One bad with it. Got round.
Where am I going? Left.
We'll go left at the end of the road and then it's the first left takes us back onto that road, isn't it? Bottle of milk. It is, isn't it?
You what?
Bottle of milk's the
Oh,
road.
I didn't notice.
On the next road on the left. Slightly random. And then first road on the left again.
I've never been on this little bit.
There you go. Piece of the world you've never seen before.
And you go left.
Yep, left again, please. And then find a convenient place to pull over on the left. Sun does make it awkward, doesn't it, when it's this low in the sky?
Mm-hmm.
And find a convenient place to pull over on the left. Okay, what was your decision-making process choosing the place to stop?
I just wanted to go after that car, so there's enough room for people to get round.
Okay, both sides. You've kind of gone more or less middle in the gap, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
So let's have a look at how we managed there. How do you think it went?
I don't know.
Okay, was this
Tell me.
control, observation, accuracy? What about control?
I controlled. Alright,
Okay.
I went slow enough to control it.
Observation?
I think. Or checking up road and down road.
Well, there was somebody came along, wasn't there? Did you see them?
Mm-hmm.
Did you act
Mhm.
correctly? Okay. How about accuracy?
I don't know, because I don't know if it were good or not.
Did we do it in 3?
Did we?
No, it was 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh.
But if you have a look, it's
Would I have been able to do that in it?
possible to do it in 3 here, but you'd have to, it's hard.
Mm.
So, one thing that I observed was you got it to the other end and then put the steering on the other way. Now, we're doing that with the car stood still. Any idea why you might or might not do that?
I don't know.
Well, while you're stood still, if you're moving the steering, it's actually scrubbing the tyres.
Right.
And possibly wearing the steering a little bit.
Right.
So, in terms of vehicle sympathy, what we're looking to do is to maybe minimise that way. Any idea how you might do that?
To set off and then till we're going.
Yeah, just wait till you're nearly at the other side and then put the steering on while the car's still moving. So when you're nearly there, you've got your steering all the way around that way. When you're nearly there, whip it around the other way.
Right.
Or wait until you start moving before you whip it around.
Right.
So you've got the speed, right? It's all about control, observation and accuracy. Again, just like the other manoeuvres, slower is better.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to have another bash?
Yeah.
What are we looking to achieve on this one?
To not steer while stopped.
Okay.
And just a little bit slower.
Off you jolly well go.
What's he doing? I think he's got the wrong house, hasn't he? Right, so that way, that way, that way. Okey-doke. I'll not bother indicating, shall I?
Yeah, we're not going from one road to another. It should be obvious to anybody coming what we're doing. Oh,
Oh no!
that's all right. It is neither here nor there.
Should maybe pop a little bit. Right, okay.
I'll tell you what you can do that might help you. Let me give you a bit of a... If you let the car just trundle forward till the front wheel just touches the curb, I'll tell you where the corner is exactly. So you can see you've got a little bit more space, haven't you?
What are you moving?
Just. So that's where the corner is.
Yeah.
So now we know.
So put it in reverse.
Yep.
And then move and then move it. Okay.
What's that telling you?
I don't know.
Not right the way in. There you go. Do you feel it? Just clunk.
Ah, that's in reverse. It definitely
is now,
isn't
yeah.
it? Oh god. Right, I've got my brake off.
So now we know where the corner is, yeah?
Right. This is quite hard, you know.
Well, it is, because you're having to do a lot of stuff in a short space of time. What do you think? Think we'll make it round or not?
Oh.
Not quite, but nearly. Nearly. It's good, I think, in the observation. And then just take us forward and park on the left. Oh, okay. Then we'll go past the white van and find a place to stop on the left. How'd that feel?
It's just a lot of things to remember,
It
isn't
is,
it? And
it is.
do you want to just back it?
Yeah, this one will do us nicely. Lots of things to do all at once. So if we're going to have another go, what will you do different?
I probably would even go even slower.
Yeah, why not? The one thing that I did notice that might help you, when we did the first leg, you kind of build up a little bit of speed first. Now, there's nothing wrong with going forward a little bit just to get yourself set, but don't go forward maybe quite as quick. fact, snail's pace is better. It gives you, the more work you can do on the first bit,
Yeah.
the less work you've got to do on the next two.
Because I didn't turn, I could have probably steered it a lot more than
Yeah,
if I
exactly.
were
right.
going slower.
Shall we try that?
Not here.
Yeah. Does it seem like a reasonable place?
Yeah. Oh, there's another car coming down. Just
Okay.
see if they're what's it slowing?
Yeah, you can't trust them.
Them were the drivers.
That's it. Fantastic.
Right, so I can just turn it now.
You can. Go on, take it further forward.
Really?
Yeah, go on. Let's find out where the corners are. I know you haven't been able to go forward much, but just that little bit that might
will
mean
help.
it will. It will. Just.
What was that?
Don't know. Run over something. Sort of twig there or something. So you can see we're a bit further around, aren't we? Nearly able to make it to 3. Let's see as we go forward.
Damn it. Okay. I got to go as well.
So what do you think they're doing?
Waiting for us?
Have we got somewhere to go in that cab? I don't think we have we? Yeah, we have. Let's see what they're up to.
What are they doing? Reversing for me.
I'm not sure what they're doing, because you can see they're trundling, so it's difficult to know. So I would sit tight and make them make a decision, which they're doing now.
They're moving for me.
They are.
Good.
Yeah, you've done the right thing by not trusting them. Can't really tell what they're up to. Well done. Excellent. A way which will really annoy them.
Where do you want to go?
Let's go left at the end of the road. We'll try a different road, shall we? Does that
Yeah.
sound like a plan? Left at the end of the road, please. So how did that feel?
I don't know. Did it look alright?
Yeah, it did. It did, it did. And we'll go right at the end of the road. Reversing. Remember that?
I was doing. Not last week, week before. You know, Bob, I always stop here. But I just don't.
I'm always very cautious as I come out of here because I've seen the speed that come down this road,
I know that's the only thing you need, that light.
and there's always cars parked that limit your view. So, a bit of local knowledge goes a long way. So you need to take extra time because of the higher speed of the traffic. You need to be sure before you go. When we get to the roundabout, I'd like you to turn to the left, please. Well done. Be a big help if people indicated, wouldn't it? And not at the last second like that one.
The clutch went in enough to just brake, but I knew I stalled anyway.
And we'll find a convenient place to pull over on the left. Never worry about that kind of stuff, because you've just sorted it out.
Yeah.
What more can you want? Anyway, you'll do fine. Tuck yourself in nicely. Let's make the most of the road that we've got.
Oh, sorry.
Right. So as we look at this road, more space here or less?
Yeah, more.
Yeah. So this is
a bit, probably could be harder because it's uphill, so
that's right. So what's that going to do to your speed?
it's going to make me go faster down.
Yeah. So it's just before you start anything you do really in driving, you just have a look around and see what's the lie of the land here? How is this going to affect me? What do I need to do different? So look here. So that's a difficulty there, isn't it? Because it's parked half on the path, the van parks behind, spoils our observation. Anyway, that's an aside. So, the last attempt we had, how was that, do you think?
I don't know, you tell me.
Were you closer to getting it in 3, do you think?
Yeah.
What made that successful?
Because I was going slower forward
You were.
and
Give
more
yourself time.
steering.
Yeah, absolutely. You give yourself time to do what you needed to do. This road, I would say you probably should be able to do it in 3.
Yeah.
Do you want to have a badge?
Why not?
Okay. So this time, we've been, just letting it rest against the curb so we find out where the corners are. This time what I'll say to you is, turn the vehicle to face the other direction, using forward and reverse gears. Try not to touch the curbs.
Right, okay. Ooh. This is better on this road, loads better. I'll just see what they're doing.
Okay, good call. Okay, they've stopped.
I wonder why.
What do you think they might be doing?
Reverse round corner.
Could be.
Right, I'm gonna go now.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Right.
Pull up on the left.
Oh, did you wait? That's so cute.
So how was that?
I don't know.
Control, observation, accuracy? Let's look at accuracy first. Do we do it in 3?
Did it in 3, did I?
Yep.
Yeah.
Did we touch curbs?
No.
Okay. Observation? We're aware of what was around you?
Yeah.
Cool. How about control?
I could have even gone even slower, really.
Maybe, but did you give yourself enough time to do what you needed to do?
Yeah. It's just
Oh.
weird on a hill, isn't it? It's just,
It is. It's very rare that you get roads that are standard around here anyway that are, this sort of shape and flat all the way around. So there's always something to take into account. But having said that, did you take it into account?
Yeah.
Okay. So in terms of success, how do you think that was?
Alright. I would say I'd give it a 7
Okay.
out of 10.
What would it take to give you a higher score?
Just to go slower
Okay.
and
Do you want
That'd be it,
to
really.
try another one?
try another one, yeah.
Off you go when you're ready.
And here?
Yeah.
What, it more difficult down there though? What? I don't want it to be easier this time.
Well, it's different, isn't it? Because this time you've got the uphill to contend with.
It's not really uphill though. Not really.
It is a bit.
Oh yeah, we'll do this one.
But the hill will come into play when? Do you think?
Not really now.
No.
Now when I'm reversing.
Exactly right. So you're aware of it. Adjust as necessary. Off you go when you're ready.
Oh, I touched it. I can't see.
So how was that?
I could have gone even slower. I don't know why.
Good, though. But did your speed cause you any issues?
No.
So slower is always better because it gives you the time. So in terms of success, what do you reckon? Is it better than the one before? Worse than the one before?
Same. I think.
It's all right. So what would you like to improve about it?
I don't think I need to improve it.
Just need to practice it.
Just to practice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything you might have done that might have helped you? Do you think?
Moved this a little bit.
That's awkward, isn't it? So you might want to, maybe if you have sunglasses, maybe wearing them might help.
Yeah.
Polarized ones. What I tend to do, what I find useful for me, is I put the handbrake on at each end, and then it gives me
I
time.
didn't know
Well, you didn't need to, did you? You managed it without. But
Yeah.
it's safer then, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you get it slightly wrong, it doesn't matter. You've got it controlled.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with the way you're doing it, but if you put the handbrake on at each end, then you're solid, and it gives you more time.
Is that what they'd like to see in the test?
Probably, yeah, I would say so. It's then you've got all the angles covered, because if you haven't quite read it right, you'll get the feel. Whereas if you're hunting for that with the handbrake off, there's a danger it might just roll and just nudge the curb. You
Yeah.
don't feel that you test for touching the curb, but they don't like you doing it. So how was that in terms of success? Happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think it would cause you any problems because you've got the right level of clutch control. And this, as you've already identified yourself, this is all about speed.
Yeah.
All about speed. So, would you like to have a go to reverse park?
Yeah.
What we'll do is we'll pull up alongside the car and reverse back in, but we need to find some way to do it. Would you say this would be an okay place to do it or not? What do you reckon?
No, I wouldn't do it on this road.
Okay.
How would you?
Only if I lived there. Because what's the problem with doing it here, do you think?
It's a busy road, isn't it?
It's slightly
busier
busier.
than what we've been on, and
Well, you managed to turn on the road, all right.
well, yeah. Do you want to do it on the other end? I don't mind.
I don't know if we're going to use that car there, what problems might there be?
Well, there's that van.
Not quite enough space, is there?
No.
So, how about the road that we did the first turn of the road on? Do you think that might be it?
Yeah, probably.
Do you want to navigate your own way over there?
Yes.
Okay, off you go.
I like it, like, as well. I need to start remembering when to indicate, but on my own. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So when you say, like, next road on the left, that's when it reminds me to indicate, and I shouldn't need to be reminded.
Fair enough.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Okay, off you go. It's like you telling me to shut up again.
In the really polite.
Love it. No, that's fair enough.
Do you think I'm also changing from first to second too quicker? Is it alright for me?
Does it feel okay?
It felt okay, but I don't know whether I don't really leave it in first for long. So.
I think it's alright. I've not noticed anything causing an issue.
Good.
When do you think you might change when you did that?
When I get to here. Say that again.
I'll tell you when you. I'll let you get round this junction first, because I'm not disturbing your concentration. So when might you leave it longer to change, do you think?
When I'm just coming to a junction. No, I'm going to stay in first anyway.
Okay. How about, in the normal run of things, going from first to second? So you've done that there, and it feels about right.
Yeah.
How about if you're going uphill?
I don't know.
Well, you're probably going to need to leave it longer because the hill's going to slow you down while you're changing gear.
Yeah, and you have more power.
You do? I just asked the question correctly.
Concentrating. Right, I need your help now. Where am I going to be indicating? That way and then that way straight away?
Yep.
Oh, I've never done this before, so this way.
Yep. And then almost as soon as you're over the line.
Like that.
That's it. So it's a staggered junction, in fact. That's another one of our targets ticked. If there was any cars on this side, was it sort of making you think about going that way, I think, to find a vehicle to do it next to it. Now we follow the road ahead. Not really space to do it here. We'll go around the block and see if we can find one near the top of the road.
Which, that way?
So we'll go, left around the block. I might find some cars up the top here that we can use.
I don't like this bit. Left, sorry.
Yes, please.
See, I told you I need you really, didn't I?
So that was an uphill pull away at a junction.
What?
How do you think you dealt with that?
I don't know. Alright. We're good.
It was.
Didn't reverse. I need to roll back on. Or did I?
No, not at all. Of course, because they're parked half on the path here, they're no good for practicing with. We'll go left round the block. I'm sure we'll find one.
What else is that? Did I
It's just after
signal
it's
a little
changed,
too
isn't it?
early then? I didn't realise
A
how
little
close
bit,
I was.
but that's okay. Your signal's not confusing. Nice approach, well done. Based on what you could see. So if we take the next left, we haven't wandered far away from home today, have we?
No?
Potholes are getting worse. And if we pull into this gap here.
Indicate didn't turn itself off yet.
That'll do nicely. Now it does that if you put the handbrake on while the car's still moving. But you'd stopped it, hadn't it? It does that to me occasionally, it drives me nuts. I find myself talking to the car saying, I had stopped. So, if I was to say to you, I want you to pull up alongside that car and reverse back in, tell me what you'd do.
Go really slow.
Okay.
Observation. It's the same as like reversing around the corner, really. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Similar anyway.
So what are you looking for?
Oh, everything. Cars coming that way. Cars, pedestrians coming out of that.
That's the correct
Cars.
answer. Everything.
Everything.
So, as you pull up alongside him, how much space are you going to leave, do you think?
What, between me and the
Between
car?
you and him, yeah.
I don't know. I don't really know measurements, me, about that much.
Okay, well, we'll just leave you to judge that, shall we?
I don't want to scratch it. Oh well.
I won't let you do that. And then when we're coming back in, how will you do it?
Like reversing around a corner, like that.
Yep.
Watching it that way. Really, really slow.
How much steering do you think you'll need this time?
Not a right lot.
Okay. And then how will you decide when to turn it back the other way?
What do you mean?
So you're going to come in this way, you're then going to have
Yeah.
to steer that way, aren't you? Any idea how you'll decide when to do that? Or do you just want to have a go and see how it goes?
I've no idea. I've never done it before, Bob.
Well, that's a strategy that seems to work for us, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have a go and see what happens. Shall we try that?
Yeah.
Off you go when you're ready.
Not very straight.
Take it forward a little bit if you want.
Mm.
It was nice to have it straight as a starting point, then you know where you're at. And there you go.
Right, so do you want me to... I'm braking.
Probably. As a general rule, if I'm going from first to reverse or reverse to first, I like to put the handbrake on. And if I get it wrong, I'm safe.
Yeah, I can sorry. Right.
That's lovely.
I would start turning round about now. Or would you not?
I would let it go back a little bit more. I'd get the back of our car level with the front of his. Tell me when you think that is. Okay. That's where I would steer.
Would you go full lock?
You can do. Doesn't really matter. Just remember that you've always got to take off what you've put on. Don't be scared to use the mirror as well. Tell you how far away you are.
No, I've just got a feeling I'm going to change to flip it round, you know what I mean? The other way.
Go on then. This is definitely the right speed though.
This is rubbish.
I don't think it is.
Touch the curve.
Oh, that's the great.
Oh. So I'm not... Hang on, let me start missing out, Bob.
Yeah, just take a moment. That's how we end up.
How close do you want me to get out to that car?
You're about 3 or 4 foot away there.
So we want me to get closer?
You can if you want. Don't have to. That's cool. And take yourself far enough back so you can drive back out.
Ah!
You don't have to be this close.
Oh, I didn't know.
Well, I suppose you would if you lived here.
Oh, that weird, I think.
see that? So this is probably about how far back we're looking to end up.
Oh, right.
Because as an exercise, I mean, if you lived
yeah.
here, you'd get it closer, wouldn't
Oh,
you?
right, yeah.
But as an exercise, it's just... You
Oh,
know,
I would have
like
just
a-
carried on a little bit more.
How do you think that was?
I don't know. I think it were alright, but I reckon I'm probably about a mile away from curve. Well, it's quite close. It's not as close as I wanted to be.
Well, now remember, we're not parking up.
Oh, right.
Again, it's an exercise. If you were parking up, you'd probably want to be a bit. You'd probably want to be where he is. But as an exercise, you're about a foot away there,
Is that
or a
alright?
third of a metre, which is fine. Not wrong with that. So, what made that successful? Do you think?
Slow, real slow.
Mhm.
Observations.
Yeah. So somebody came along when you were doing it.
I
What?
would know.
The white car.
I would have seen them.
Well, you did.
Yeah.
What did you do?
I was going slow enough to stop or anything anyway, but
And there was nothing you could do. The only thing you could do was get out of his way.
Yeah.
So finish the manoeuvre. But you'd spotted him. I saw that you'd spotted him,
Yeah.
and you acted accordingly. So how was your control?
alright, I think.
Yeah, it was. And how about accuracy?
I am pretty accurate, aren't I?
You are. You are. So if we were going to do that again, and we will if you want, but not next to the same car because people get upset. What would you change, if anything?
Nothing.
Excellent. Do you want to try it again?
Yeah.
Let's find another car then. I'll let you choose this time.
What a car.
Yeah. And if the opportunity presents itself, you can just pull straight up alongside him and reverse in.
Alright, cool.
Well done.
No thank you or anything for
No,
them, you know.
just, well, it's just how people are. Don't you just love them?
Yeah.
How about this Ford?
I was gonna do that,
Okay.
I think. That's alright with you, Bob.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Do you want me to get closer to him?
You decide.
No, I think I'm alright like
Okay, fair enough.
this. No, actually, I'm gonna get closer. I know I'm a bit further away than what I
That's
should
okay.
be, but I'm just gonna sort
That's
of
fine.
straighten myself up. I think I'll do.
It's lovely control.
As straight as I want to go. Okay. What's wrong with the wheel, man?
It's fantastic control of the speed. What do you reckon?
Straight. Oh, you're probably a little bit closer maybe than last time. Yeah. So I wanted to be a little bit closer.
Well, that's what you said. And there you are. So, how was that in relation to the other one?
Probably the same. Just on I'm just a little close to the curb.
Well, I mean, what you'd said was you wanted to be closer to the curb, and you've managed that. So, would you feel confident doing that on your own? I mean, not that I'm going to get out, but do you think you could manage that on your own?
I just did.
Yeah. That's exactly it. Now, it's been very interesting for me to look at that, because for years I've taught people how to do this. And of course what I would tell you is, well, I would be this far away, I would put the steering on now, I would put this much steering on, and I would take it back off now. But that's my reference points, and I sit in the seat a little higher than you, and you know what? So what we've tried to do is to get you to just work out for yourself how to do it, and you can. So if we look at targets, come on, you Burke.
My granddad used to say Burke.
It's a great word, isn't it? So how do you think that's
Right.
gone? I have a pen.
Prepare the car to move and take effective all-round observations, including blind spots before I start. I do that.
You do.
Take effective all-round observations, including blind spots, throughout the manoeuvre, but particularly before each leg. Yeah.
Yep.
Coordinate the controls in order to maintain a speed that allows me to sufficient right hand lock as I start to move forward. Did I lock it? Did it?
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
Coordinate the controls in order to maintain a speed that allows me. Yeah, so.
Yep.
Going real slow. Coordinate the controls in order to maintain a speed that allows me to apply sufficient right hand lock in order to drive away into my normal driving position. Yep. Do you think I did that?
Mm-hmm.
Respond correctly to other road users. Yeah, I did.
You did.
More challenges. I feel confident in my ability to safely complete the turn in the road under more testing circumstances and narrower roads. So we did this one narrower than the other one, and that one had a bit of a different gradient. So.
Yeah. The one thing you haven't done it on is a normal road. When we come back to doing that, you'll find it a piece of cake.
I feel confident in my ability to assess whether the location would be safe, legal and convenient. Yeah. Well, you more or less did that.
Well, I asked you the questions and you gave me the right answers. And how about over the page? That's what it is. Pick up the right page.
Right. Move into a substantial parking position. Prepare the car to move and take effective all-round observations, including blind spots before I start.
Mm-hmm.
Coordinate the controls in order to maintain a speed equivalent to a slow walking pace. It was slower than that.
It was.
Pause.
You write it in slower. Smiley face.
Pause occasionally whilst maintaining control of my vehicle. Yep. Did I?
Yep. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Use sufficient steering to the left turn. Yep.
Yep.
Vehicle diagonally towards a curb once the rear wheels of my car are in line with the back of the target vehicle. Use sufficient steering to the right. Yep. Within 2 car lengths of the rear. What's that?
Yeah, that's so. You're less than that, so which is great.
I know I got right close in it, and I still right reversed a bit.
You did.
Respond correctly to other road users and pedestrians. Yep. I feel confident in my ability to safely complete the manoeuvre under more testing circumstances on narrow roads between parked cars. I'd like to do it between parked cars. I'd like for there to be a car there and me to get into this gap.
Okay, well, we'll search around, and when we find one like that, we'll do it.
Okay.
So we can do that as part of any lesson that we're on.
Yeah.
If we spot one, we say, ooh, let's try that.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel confident in my ability to assess whether the location will be safe, legal and convenient to undertake the manoeuvre and where potential dangers might arise. Yeah. Because you always have to be.
So in terms of success, how do you think that went?
Well, we've just done 2 manoeuvres.
Yeah.
And that's pretty good.
Well, I figured it would go that way because of the level of control you've got. You've come in, you've used the amount of steering that you felt was right, and you've took it up. We can maybe experiment a little, because what you're doing is you're coming in tight and then straightening. And again, in order to give us, a bit of wriggle room, if you maybe came in at a slightly less angle, you've got less steering on and less to take off, you will end up a little further back.
Mm.
But there's nothing wrong with the way you've done it.
Yeah.
That's great. Well done. So what do you think a reasonable thing would be to do next time?
Oh, what's this?
We've run out of manoeuvres.
Have we?
We have.
Hang on a minute. Steering, have we done that?
Yeah.
How come I did that? Must have forgot. I think steering's in everything though, innit?
It is.
God, I can remember that. Was so long ago.
Isn't it funny how it all starts to go together and you just think, oh, yeah, I can do all of this.
Maybe start with that. Crossroads. And I dealt with some crossroads.
We've done with some, yeah. Dealt with some. I mean, we can come back to doing that. So that might make a nice combination, do you think?
Yeah.
7 and 8 together. Crossroads and maybe slightly busier junction. Although we have
What
done
about
some of
roundabout?
that.
Not roundabouts, like traffic lights and stuff.
That's number 10.
Oh. We've done roundabouts.
We have. Well, we'll come back to it, and because we've got, there's lots of different types of roundabouts.
There's that really busy one in McDonald's. That one's busy.
Yeah, that one can be a bit of a naughty one because it's.
Can't you do that?
Oh yeah. Well, it's on a test route, so yeah, we'll do anyway because you've got to deal with those kind of things anyway. But the reason it's not because of the shape of the roundabout; it's the way people behave there that creates the issue.
Don't look.
Well, you've got 2 lanes going into one, and everybody just thinks I'm coming through, and you're going to wait for me. So it can be, and people don't indicate properly, and so yeah, we'll be able to look at it without a doubt. So, do you think perhaps busier junctions and crossroads kind of?
Yeah.
Okay. Does that seem like a reasonable plan?
Where would we go for that?
The busier junctions, well, again, starting here, we'll start with the simpler ones. And when we did the drive down to where we did the Bay Parking?
Oh, yeah.
Down there. And in and out and around. And then perhaps coming up and turning left towards Baghill Station, back around and back in that way, because they're getting busier.
Yeah.
And perhaps then, where we did the reversing. And the basic junctions, if we go over there, as you come round and come onto the Carlton Road again, they're quite busy.
That's a crossroad as well, and it goes up like...
It is.
Yeah.
So we'll kind of play our nose.
I would, obviously, but like when you, to be the first one at a traffic light, to have like that, not the pressure, but people behind me and see how I'd, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So what would
you've got like a time limit sort of thing, and I've never really had a time limit other than do it.
So what would you do?
I'd be ready to set off.
And would you do anything different from a normal set off?
No.
Okay.
Do you?
Might. I'll maybe put a bit more gas on, make sure I didn't stall, because I stall too sometimes. And I'd maybe, once I got moving, get moving a bit quicker. So how will you know when you're ready to go, or when you've got to get ready to go? You can't sit ready to go all the time, can you?
The lights will change.
Well, you're right. That's exactly it.
But so I could, I know you're not like explosive, but I could have it ready, literally, my clutch control ready to just go.
You could, but if you sit for a long time that way, that can damage your car.
Oh, can it?
It can. It can wear the clutch out. You don't want to be breaking your own car.
No.
I don't want you to break mine either. Well, it's not mine, but So it's common sense stuff, isn't it? So that, again, local knowledge can sometimes help. That the set of traffic lights next to the Oriental there. Well, once you've done it a few times, you learn. Once that traffic's been and stopped, I'm going to get the light in a few seconds.
Yeah, they'll be.
Sometimes you can see the lights for the other direction. In the dark, you can because you can see the reflection. So when their lights change, you kind of know that 3 or 4 seconds later you're going to get yours. So we're going to get into all of that now. It's all going to start getting slightly more challenging, and we're just going to be adding more and more bits and pieces. But you've got a good set of skills together now, so that you're able to make decisions, you're able to control the car, and it's just putting that in more testing situations, really, and getting more experience.
And hopefully I'll pass my theory this weekend.
You've just told the world.
I know. Do you know what day it's on?
No, that's true. That's true.
Give me a little opening or something.
Although, yes. I'm sure. How are you feeling about that?
Alright. I think I'll be fine.
Excellent. How are you doing on the mock tests?
I'm doing and passing them all.
Brilliant.
Everyone I did one last night as well.
Cool. You will find when you get to the test centre, the videos that we've given you for the hazard perception on our materials are a decent quality, but the stuff that you're going to see there is really sharp. it's MPEG-4. We can't use MPEG-4 because not everybody's computer can display it, but they've got the best of the kit. Then you'll see a big difference. What I would say is a piece of advice. Take the time. You can watch the introduction video twice. Take the time to watch it twice. Get the seat set at the right height. Make sure the sound and everything's okay. Get yourself comfortable so you can see everything. So I think it's a good idea. People don't just click through, and then it gives you a chance to get your eyes adjusted to the monitor, to the light levels in the room, and make sure you've got your seat adjusted and things. So just run that through twice and then go. You'll be right.
I hope so.
Do you want to drive us home?
I
Well,
will.
drive you home.
Oh,
Well done.
I was going to do
Excellent.
a turn in the road, but I don't think I want to.
Okay. Maybe one or too many cars here, perhaps, do you think?
Yeah.
It's like I said before, as soon as you start manoeuvring, people come from everywhere.
Mm,
So I'll let you just find your own way home.
I want to do this one
Okay.
because in it, you know, around here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you what I mean. Do I come from that end or that end?
We can go either way. Which way to end would be the best?
I've never done that way. But it would be that better that way.
Okay. You choose.
Shall we go this way? Should I have indicated there?
What do you reckon?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
One road to another.
Right,
Always
so where
best.
am I?
Yeah.
This one.
That's it. Well done.
I think they're confusing, don't you? Right, and I'm indicating that way.
Correct.
A little bit of an hill.
Bum, 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 bum. We might get the chance as well, as we're doing the busier junctions next week. We might have the pressure of cars behind us when we're at the lane ready to go, so
Yeah.
it might give you the same sort of thing. It's got it quite nice now.
It's not because it's cold. If it wasn't cold, it'd be like quite nice too.
Nice and bright. It's not sunbathing weather, but
It's always raining, isn't it, on my days off, so...
yeah, it hasn't today. There you go. It's the first.
Do you know, I think next week I'm working at 12:15, so
Okay.
that's alright anyway, isn't it?
Well,
Still.
yeah, of course it is. Well, do you want to finish the lesson at work? It might-
Yeah, whatever. Might
okay,
be easy
works,
because I
isn't
don't want to get a taxi down anyway.
Well, we'll do that then.
You know what I'm going to do here.
I do. It's nice. It saves me having to work when I get back in the driving seat. You've done all the work for me.
Why did that?
What do you
Am
reckon?
I rolling? No, am I?
No, you're not. No, you've got it held lovely on the bite.
Okay. What to straight? I don't think. You know what gap I'm trying to get in? I always do it. Straighten myself up. I'm gonna start again.
Well held.
Nearly.
Are you Are you this precise with everything?
Oh God, I'm terrible at that.
Are all the tins in your cupboard all facing the same way? I mean, that's fantastic. You've got it absolutely bang on in the middle of the gap. And it's not bad to set yourself those
It's
kind of
just a
challenges.
little more practice.
That's great. It's good. So, same again. Do your reflection. We'll look at a potential plan as being 7 and 8.
Yeah.
But have a look if you change your mind. We can have a think about that.
And I'll let you know.
Yes. Shh. It's a secret.
I don't mind really, because it don't bother me if I don't pass. I don't pass. Do you know what I mean? I'm not
Well, yeah,
gonna let it bog me down.
Well, that's what it is. What it is, isn't it?
Yeah.